Hello, this is Life Issue and this is Blessing. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. This is my hot gist section. Now, if you've not subscribed to our channel, we have a YouTube channel. Please help us hit the red button when you go to our YouTube channel so you can subscribe and support us so that we can actually feel the love. Okay, so hot gist. All right, so let's start this gist. As a woman, on your wedding day, you find out that your best friend slept with your husband to be. Like, you literally got to know on your way to the reception that your best friend, who happens to be one of the bridesmaids or one of the people that are helping you in your wedding, you find out that they slept with your husband to be. What will you do? Will you cancel the wedding? Will you go ahead with the wedding? Or will you just kill both of them and run away? I don't know. So this story that I'm about to share with you happened today, yesterday, in Port Harcourt. Guys, I don't know what is happening though. Port Harcourt girls, I don't understand it now. Stay with me while we talk about this hot gist happening in Port Harcourt today. Come on, guys. Let's talk about. All right, guys. So in Port Harcourt today in the afternoon, a lovely bride. I mean, if you guys see the video, she's pretty and she's young. She's educated from what I can see. She got to find out that her husband-to-be slept with her best friend. Yeah. Now, this is the best friend. So she got to know on her way to the wedding. You can see she's fully dressed. I don't know if you guys have seen that video, but hey, you know me. I'm going to be showing you guys this video before we talk about it. So my question is, if you are in her shoe, what will you do? What will you do? Now, let's watch this video. And then when we are done, okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. It's not that video. Let me get the video. So let's say if you are this lady, what will you do if you find out that your husband-to-be actually slept with your best friend? Okay, let me see if I can find the video. I did save it, but now I don't know where I saved it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, watch this video.
Why you gonna sleep with your friend husband? You get mad! You get mad! Can you don't fuck up, man? You don't fuck up,
Okay, I don't know if you guys watched that video. So apparently, I'm going to play it again. So that's the lady. She got to know that her friend slept with her husband, and it was really like a dramatic situation. Let me play it again so you can. I don't think so you can listen to what happened.
Why you gonna sleep with your friend husband? You get mad! You get mad! Can you don't fuck up, man? You don't fuck up.
All right, guys. So that was what happened. Apparently, the girl slept with the friend's husband. Now we don't know whether she slept with the husband a day before or this happened maybe the night before the wedding. We don't really have the whole story, but one thing that we know is that yeah, the man is guilty. I mean, that gender can disgrace us. That gender called men, they have a way of disgracing us. So I tell you. So this bride to be got to know that the man of her dream did not zip his pants. and he decided to sleep with her friend, her best friend for that matter. So my question is, if you are this woman and you got to know that your husband to be slept with another woman, will you continue with that marriage? Now, not just another woman, your best friend. Will you continue with that woman, with that man? Will you go ahead and marry him? I was talking to my husband. Yeah, sometimes before I do a video, I try, like, just to talk to him and kind of like understand how that's the she called men, how they reason, okay? Because I don't understand how you could have this pretty woman as your wife and you are willing to sleep with another woman. Do you understand? I mean, not just almost at the time of your wedding, and you're actually decided to sleep with another woman. Now, when I was looking at the picture of the two women that are involved, one thing I could say is that, come on, your wife is pretty. You didn't need to. You didn't really need to go there. But he did. He went there. Yeah, he did. So if you're a woman and on your way to your wedding, you find out that your husband to be actually slept with your friend, will you go ahead with that wedding? Will you go ahead or will you call it off? Well, in my husband's opinion, he was like, well, the man chose her over the other woman, so she should go ahead with the wedding, because he has made his preference. He prefers her. And I was like, seriously, I mean, will I ever trust someone whose pants can go anywhere? How could I ever trust someone who could actually decide to sleep with someone that I know who is my friend? How can I be in that marriage knowing that he doesn't have that understanding of a sacredness? There are things you don't do. There are places you don't cross. You don't, no matter how, even if you're a dog, you don't cross, you don't go near your wife's friends or the family. And I believe that any man that does that is not worth it. But I don't know how Nigerian men think. I mean, my husband is a Nigerian man, so in his mind, the man chose her, so they should go and marry. But I don't believe it. I don't believe that any woman should condescend to that. To bring herself to that low point in her life that she will marry a man who did not actually have any respect for her. For me, is a matter of respect. That's how I look at it. How can you disrespect your wife so much that you could sleep with her friend, even if it's 1 week before the wedding? How can any man do that? I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. So I think if she go ahead and marries him, well, she's actually making up her mind that that man will forever and ever disrespect her. To be frank with you, it's a matter of you have a little bit of dignity and letting go of that marriage, knowing that this man actually disrespected you. But if you decide to go ahead and marry him, that's what you've chosen. And there was something else my husband said. My husband said, like, husbands are rare to get. It's not easy to get a man. And I'm like, oh my God. We have been given this ideology or this belief that a man makes us complete, that we can take anything, because we really want to get married. I don't think a man makes you complete. I think you yourself need to first of all make yourself complete before a man start making you complete. You yourself need to at least, understand that no other person has that power to, control you or to degrade you or to insult you to an extent that they could go to this length, sleeping with your best friend. I don't get it. I don't know what you guys think about this. I just felt this is a no-no. when I saw this video, I was like, oh my God. You could see the way the man himself, I mean, he knew that, no, this is the end of this relationship, because people were actually holding him. His friends were unhappy with him. And yeah, he knew the woman was going. And I just pity him. I felt a little bit of pity for him. I don't know why some people don't have respect for their relationship. I don't get it. Now, this brings me to the story that happened earlier this week, because I want to talk about that story and I just didn't have the time, because I felt, why will a man, a celebrity for that matter, I don't know if you guys know this story of, let me bring that story up, my lovelies. Wait, just give me 1 minute. I don't know if you guys know this story of, oh dear, let me bring the story back. So this story of the celebrity, I don't know why it's not coming up the way I want it to come up. Let me see. If I can remove this, maybe it will come up. So this is the story. The celebrity that brought a woman into his home. Yeah, he literally brought another person to sleep in his matrimonial home. Now, if you guys don't know the story, I'm going to be sharing my screen again. I need to stop sharing my screen now. Then I can show you guys what actually happened. Let me see. So let me show you. If you don't know this story, I'm going to show you. Sorry, guys. I think I'm talking too much today, but yeah. Let me show you the story of this Yoruba. I think he's a popular Yoruba singer. Yeah, that's him. He was accused of bringing a woman into his matrimonial home. Yeah, that's him. Olisa Femi. He had sex with someone while the wife was not at home. He brought the woman into their home. And from what we can hear, that marriage has already hit the rocks. And I'm like, did this woman not see the signs before she got married? I mean, look at this woman that the man slept with a friend, and then people will now tell her to go ahead and marry. Go ahead, husband is very scarce. Husband is, you can't get husband anyhow. And then she goes ahead and marry, and then this kind of a thing happens. Did she not see the sign? Did she know who she was going to marry to? And now we're hearing that he's sleeping around, and that, and I'm like, we all see the signs. Sometimes we just close our eyes and we don't want to accept it. And thank God that she got to know, like this woman, she got to know earlier that her husband is a dog. And yeah, it's better for her to just run before it's too late. That's my take on this story. I think it's a no-no. Men should try to respect. If it had been a woman that did this, if it had been a woman that's on, you wouldn't even be hearing that people are begging her to go back. You wouldn't hear that. If it has been a woman that slept with the husband's to be best friend, or the grooms, whoever it is, the groomsman or wherever, by now all social media, all Twitter would be on fire. Nigerian Twitter, everybody will be talking about it. But because it was a man that slept with the wife's best friend, is on the down low. We're not hearing much about it. That shows the value that we have for women in Africa. The fact that we accept that men can do certain things and the women can't. The fact that we feel that woman's place is beneath the man, and the man can afford to mess around, a woman shouldn't. And I don't think it's right, not in this century. Everybody has equal rights. But hey, what can I say? That's Africa for you. So what would you advise her? Continue marrying this guy, go ahead with the white wedding, or leave his broke ass? Because I feel that this man is not worth it. She goes into this marriage knowing that he cheated on her with her best friend just a night before the wedding. That means she's giving room for him to continue doing that. We should have a little bit of dignity. We should actually have a little bit of, self-worth. Okay? Don't take rubbish because you want to stay in marriage. Don't take rubbish because you want to be called Mrs. Now. Life is more than misses. All right, this is my take on this story. Is on social media, is gone viral. At least you guys saw it here first. Please don't forget to, hit the red button, subscribe to my channel, and remember what I preach is love yourself, have value for yourself. Remember that nobody will treat you better until you start treating yourself better. Don't let people or other people neglect you or make you feel as if you are what less than what you are. Until you make yourself to be, you know, to be elevated, people will stample on you. People will just treat you like, as like dirt. So please don't let any man or any woman for that matter treat you this way. And we need to actually, we go to church, we get, preaching. Let our life reflect that preaching that we are hearing. There's a lot of sleeping around, lots of, in our society. Sometimes I wonder, the church that we go to, would they hear what the pastor they preach? Or pastor they preach, would they just they go from the other ear? I don't know. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to me blab about or talk about this hot news. Yeah, please join my Instagram. Please join my YouTube. Please join my Facebook. Until I come your way again, I have another news coming. Please, thank you so much for listening. God bless. Bye-bye.